The 2nd Airborne has been beaten back on Christophsis, battle after battle. Finally, their troopers are on the last stretch. 100 soldiers remain, with many having fallen before them. All they've got left? A teeny tiny micro-fortress. The droids gear up for one final assault, outnumbering the airborne troopers by 6-1, including tanks and super battle droids. But the airborne has tricks of their own, with AV cannons, beam turrets, and anti-tank turrets littering the battlefield. And worst of all, mortars poised to strike at the infantry. Can 100 airborne clone troopers defend this micro-fortress, or will they all fall? Hey yo, what's cracking gamers? It's your boy, Daily Tactics here, and today I'm back with some more Men of War Assault Squad 2, the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod, baby. We find ourselves on Christophsis here with the 2nd Airborne. I decided to use these folks because they are something we don't use very often, and they're one of my favorite clone trooper units. You know, smash like if you enjoy the 2nd Airborne. Let's try and get 1,000 likes for our 2nd Airborne boys here on today's video in 24 hours. They're actually the first Star Wars action figure I ever owned, I'm pretty sure. I still have it, actually. They're very cool. I like them a lot. Either way, they're going to be defending. There's exactly 100 troopers here. They've got themselves 3 anti-tank turrets, 2 beam turrets, an AV cannon, and 2 different mortars, as well as a whole lot of infantry defending. The droids have sallied forth with 5 AAT tanks, a whole bunch of infantry, and 6, I think, super battle droids, something like that. Now, I have run this battle like 3 or 4 times, and it's about 50-50 on who wins. Half the times the clone troopers win, and half the times the droids win. So this is gonna be a pretty even battle, which I'm pretty excited about. Either way, guys, we'll get this thing going. Be sure to hit that like button. Let's try our best to get 1,000 likes in the first 24 hours. It helps out the channel a ton. Also, if you're not yet subscribed, please do. We're trying to hit 350,000 subscribers by the end of 2021. And comment down below what other Men of War battles you would like to see. I'm thinking tomorrow we might do some more Men of War Vietnam mod, and maybe some Ubes. Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. Either way, let's get it going here, boys. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alrighty then, gamers, let's go in slow-mo here for the start, of course, per usual, and we'll press start. The droids should begin marching forward, and the clones waste absolutely no time gunning at these droids. Clearly, they want to get a head start on their killing for the day. Many of them connecting some good shots with super battle droids. Of course, the supers have a lot more armor than your standard battle droids, so these things are going to be a little bit more difficult to take out. But these anti-tank turrets should be able to wipe them out pretty good. I'm not entirely sure if the anti-tank turrets are programmed to attack super battle droids, though, so they might not. I'm not entirely sure. Ooh, we do have some explosions getting set off out here. That might have been the AV cannon right there, not totally sure. Oh, it might have been a super battle droid blowing up. There goes another one right there, actually taking with it some of the droid infantry, which is brutal. Clones better watch those wrist rockets, though, because these super battle droids are getting awfully close here. Right now, it seems like they're only firing out some standard laser fire, but there we go. There's a wrist rocket right there, and ooh, it came so close to connecting with the AV cannon. An early loss of the AV cannon here for the clone trooper army could be absolutely detrimental to the entire defense. If this thing goes down very, very early on, the clones are going to be in some serious trouble. Either way, it seems like the mortars are firing out right now. They're taking out a good solid chunk of battle droid infantry. Here comes the AATs, though. They are coming forward. They're going to be deleting a lot of these bodies, which is a bit annoying, so we can't get an exact casualty count for the battle droid army, but it is what it is. It's nice to have the AATs on the battlefield at the very least. Either way, AAT fire actually does strike down a ton of 2nd Airborne troopers over here. The folks in orange going down pretty heavily. AAT turret over this way. No, not an AAT turret. I completely misspoke there. Anti-tank turret over this way firing out. 2 wrist rockets almost connect with this thing, but both of them thread the needle and manage to miss, which is gorgeous. Massive explosions rocking the 2nd Airborne trench lines here. These guys are in for a nasty, nasty day. We can say that as much. Beam turret over here goes down. There's still a beam turret alive over this way. This anti-tank turret is alive. This one is still alive, but this one got taken out. It did get decrewed, so big bummer for those boys over that way. Mortar right here, still alive. Let's watch it fire out. Come on, give us a nice little pot shot here. We'll trail it and see what kind of damage it ends up doing. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Get it out. Come on, fire it out there. I'm gonna drink some bean juice real quick. Mid-sip. Mid-sip, we get some fire. It missed by a wide margin right there. That was terrible. That was oh no, that might have been in the shot. Yeah, that might have been the shot right there. That was a good shot. I think the other mortar, this one right here, is the one that fired last, which did miss by a wide margin. That was a terrible shot by that one, but this crew pulling its weight nicely. Let's actually see how many kills it's got. 38 already. That's very good. This one's got 11. That ain't too shabby-labby. This turret is down, we know that. This beam turret has no kills. This turret right here has 43 kills. That is pretty decent. The AV cannon has 7, and this one has 17. So some very, very good kills coming from the turrets on the battlefield. The single clone troopers, this guy actually killed a super battle droid. That's pretty impressive. But lots of these guys don't have a ton of kills. This guy has 2 kills, probably because they've been suppressed for most of the battle here. There's just so many troopers coming at them, so much laser fire, that the clone trooper infantry is basically just cannon fodder right now for the big guns to actually do the majority of the damage. AV cannon firing out and getting a ton of kills right there. The AATs, though, setting up just a firing line right here to spam out at the clone trooper defenses here. I wonder how effective they are actually being. The back lines of the clones seem very much so alive, but the front lines are suffering fairly greatly right now. It's not a good look at the moment. All right, it kind of goes quiet on the battlefield here, a little bit surprising. Let's check out the losses. Red are dead battle droids, yellow are dead clone troopers. There's going to be a lot more dead battle droids, though, than we're seeing right here, mainly because explosions will delete bodies as well as the tanks when they roll over them. So we're actually seeing less than are actually probably dead. All right, let's go into normal speed here. I think that's enough slow-mo for this battle, and let's really see things heat up. The firing line of AATs firing off. It really is reminiscent of the Phantom Menace when those AATs are firing during the Battle of Geonosis against the Gungans, and they're firing at the Gungan shields. I do have to say, I think that battle would have been a lot more memorable if it wasn't the Gungan army defending. If maybe there was some Naboo troopers, you know, involved in the mix there or something like that, it'd be a lot more memorable of a battle, because the Gungan style of warfare, it's kind of boring, you know. Whoa, massive shot right there. Somehow the AV cannon is still alive after that. Wowza. The mortar's on the what are you doing? What the heck? What is going on with this mortar? Can it even fire? I have no idea. No idea. But that kind of grenade warfare over and over again by the Gungans, it's just kind of boring. I'll be completely honest. I don't think it's the most fun type of warfare. I much prefer to see like laser fire in battles and things like that. So I think it would have been a lot more memorable. Of course, the clone trooper army didn't exist at that time. That would have been very cool to have the Battle of Geonosis with the clone trooper army instead of the Gungans. Either way, the AAT's rocking that turret right there. There's no way anyone's alive in that thing. Yeah. Yikes. AAT firing a line. Finally getting some good shots in here and taking out a lot of the clone trooper defenses. But yeah, the clones would be cool, but, you know, realistically, canonically, It would be probably most probable that the, Naboo forces would fight in that battle, and that would have been more interesting. Of course, they were all taken hostage, I believe, within the inner city, and during the inner city battle, they were there and fighting, which was pretty cool. It was cool to see the Naboo guards, blasting and whatnot. And their tanks are very cool. I love the Naboo tanks, but, the Gungans, there's just something a little bit boring about their style of warfare. I don't know. Do you guys agree with me, or is that a stupid take? Either way, what we're going to do right now is we're actually going to go ahead and squad up the battle droid army here. That way they move forward as a bit more of a unit rather than, trickling in, which I think is a fair thing to do at this point. And, of course, since we did that, we can, of course, do the retreat rule for the clone troopers. Basically, if we do squad up any defenders, we will do the retreat rule squad up any attackers, we will do the retreat rule for the clone troopers defending, which is basically they can retreat back a level if the front lines is mostly wiped out. So we retreated these two guys back a level, and the rest are still doing okay. We do seem to have a reinvigorated battle droid assault going on right now. Many of them still dying due to incoming fire. Oh, the mortars! Just absolute brutality from the mortars right there. The AATs don't seem to be able to come forward. I think they're stuck on these blockades right here. They're almost acting as little tank traps, which might be for the best for the clone trooper army. Not a single AAT has actually gone down. They're all just kind of sitting back there chilling at the moment, basically playing artillery for the droid army. The clone trooper defenses up top here are not too happy about that, as the AATs do set their sights on these clone troopers, but simultaneously, at the very least, the clone troopers can maybe outlast the droids here and win that way, since the AATs aren't really marching forward. But here do come a lot of battle droids right here coming on forward. That AV cannon, though, stopping them in their tracks quite a bit right there. If the droids do want to win this thing, they definitely got to take out that AV cannon. That would be very, very beneficial for those boys. Another massive AV cannon strike right there, taking out a large swath of the battle droid army. The rest of the boys in the back lines here, though, still managing to stay alive and spam out some good fire. Oop, 1 second, guys. I'm going to pause real quick because the lawn people are here and it's going to get loud. All right, gamers, they're now working on my neighbor's lawn, so I think we're good. AAT's continuing to fire out here. The droids are whittling down in terms of numbers quite a bit. They're not doing nearly as well as they were previously. It's really just the AATs that they've got going for them here, which are all just kind of stuck, so there's nothing really to it. The AV cannon does go down. The trooper on it got shot off. There's still 3 troopers over here, but other than that, I mean, most of the troopers on the outside of the fortress are dead. There's one dude over here. We'll go ahead and enact the retreat rule and have him go back to the fortress, and we'll have this last guy over here go back to the fortress as well. And then, of course, there's the dudes on the ramparts, which are thinning, but they're still there. Since we did the retreat rule, I am going to go ahead and delete these obstacles so that the AATs can come forward if they so choose to. I'm not entirely sure if they are going to, but they might. The AATs right now are firing again at these turrets, which we know are already dead. Perhaps they're just double tapping them, making sure that they truly are dead. Some of the battle droids are finally coming forward once again. Sneaking on forward, really. Oh, but now they're just straight up marching. Mortar fire could be big. Oh, hits over here. I think it did get 1 kill at the very least. That one mortar must have a lot of kills, right? Let's check it out. This mortar does have 43 kills, not as many as I had hoped. This one ended up getting 44, so just one more. The AV cannon ended up having 63. These turrets are fully dead, so I cannot check, which is sad, but I'm sure they each had a bunch. It really was vehicles and turrets that dominated this battlefield and made this a possibility for the clone troopers to actually go ahead and defend and win, potentially. Let's go into fast speed here. It seems like it's just sort of a few droids coming forward. A couple of clones on the ramparts are dying here and there. The AATs are coming forward, and they are spamming these ramparts a good bit now, but the ramparts are solid defensive units, so they're not really getting too many clone kills. A couple of droids do come around here, but they end up getting destroyed pretty quickly on there. Mortar is still firing out. It's not really getting too many kills. It's just one at a time. There's not too many droids grouped up at this juncture in the battlefield. There is a bazooka trooper up here who could potentially take out a number of these AATs, but I'm not entirely sure if he's going to be able to, because he doesn't really have the angle on them. The AATs are now stuck over here instead, and there's just a tiny bit of droid infantry. Let's try moving the droid infantry forward, seeing if they can't get a foothold. They cannot at all. They end up getting quickly swept. So, the clones still do have this fortress, the micro fortress here, but the droids do have a lot of AATs. However, the AATs can't really navigate their way into the fortress at all. Maybe this one can? Let's just find out real quick. If it can't... Oh, whoop! What is happening? Let's go fast motion a little bit here. See if it can manage to get forward. It really can't.
Look, sir, droids.
I don't think it can go around the back here. Can't really go around the booty. So yeah, I mean, the droids can't really fully attack the remaining clones, and the clones can't do a counterattack. They can just sort of hold. So I think we're gonna go ahead and call this battle a draw. I truly think that's what this is here. I mean, the clones managed to hold out till the end. The mortar ended up getting 51 kills. That's pretty good. But the droids also aren't fully defeated. They can basically lay siege to the clones and starve them out, but the clones are pretty much protected by the fortress here, since the droid tanks can't really get around, and the droid infantry is almost non-existent at this point. There's only like 3 or 4 troopers compared to like 15 or so clones that are still alive. So we're gonna go ahead and call this battle a draw, unless this droid tank can do something. Nope, it gets stuck as well. So yeah, I think a draw. Oh! No, it's still not able to fire. Okay, I think it's a draw. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching this. Oh, the clones do kill one droid right there. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you did enjoy. Be sure to hit that like button if you haven't already. It helps me out tremendously. Seriously, guys, thank you so much if you do. Subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. Do you think this was truly a draw? I mean, the AATs aren't able to attack, and the clones aren't able to attack them, so I'm calling it a draw, but I'd love to know your opinion in the comment section below. Either way, guys, be Hydro homies. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.